What did you think of Seattle when you first came here? What happened first? Did we get that? You got the house while I was on the road?
Okay, so
I don't really even remember.
I got here, we drove in July 1st of 91. And I had just driven straight from LA, I think, 24 hours straight. And sleeping in our van in front of Chris's house in Tacoma for a month while I drove up every day looking for a house.
Where the fuck was I? What was I doing?
You guys, I don't know where you were. You were still living in Olympia, I think. Yeah, you were still living in Olympia. And then I finally found that house in West Seattle, and then you moved up and moved in with us.
Weird. I hardly remember that. Talk about recording in Arlington. Now, what I remember about recording by myself at your place, there was one day where at first I did one really quick little experiment. I don't know if you remember that. It was like a 1.5 minute long instrumental, I think.
Really?
I think so. Unless it was the Gods Look Down
It was
thing.
Gods Look Down. I'm pretty sure that was the first thing you did. I mean, I remember like, you were like, I've got a song. Let me play. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, you motherfucker, that's so good.
So when I would come record with you, I was recording stuff, I was playing drums on your stuff.
Yeah.
But I just remember begging for like extra tape. I don't know, how much stuff did I do? I don't even remember.
There's like 40 songs.
Wow.
Of 40 various things. I mean, some of it's just fucking around, you know, the hooker song, which is still awesome. Do you remember that one?
No.
Come on.
Is it the
James
Ian
Brown?
one?
Yeah. But there's a ton. And a lot of it, most of it's like on the churn reels or whatever stuff I was doing until we moved here. And then I think, you know, when you finally had some money, you would buy some tape.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about those sessions in your basement. Like,
the Nirvana sessions.
no, not the Nirvana sessions. Let's go back to Arlington for 1 second and talk about the two of us recording together and me recording by myself. Like, because to me, it seemed like I knew that we were doing stuff that people would hear, but I thought that we were doing stuff that only kind of a certain amount of people would hear. You know, it was hard to imagine anything going beyond, you know, the fucking DC space or whatever. So, to kind of describe the basement and that time that we were there in Arlington.
That was the Upland house, right? That was Upland. Another rental house where I converted the basement into I actually had to build out an unfinished part for the control room. I'm trying to remember, I recorded a bunch of Discord stuff.
I mean, what did you imagine? What the hell at that point did you imagine that you were going to do with the rest of your life?
I was always just like, I want to play music. I want to play. I just want to be in the music world. So, I don't think ahead that far. I was just trying to. I mean, I want to make records. I want to play music. That's what I was doing.